I'm Mickey Rataskis. I'm a sophomore in electrical engineering, and right now we're in the electrical and computer engineering building. I chose electrical engineering kind of through a process of elimination at first. So I'm really interested in power and energy. So I'm interested in interfacing power electronics with renewables, which basically means getting renewables connected to the grid and also into areas that don't have access to grids. So I was really interested in helping people, but I also really like circuits. So I was like, how can I combine these two? And I just found myself in electrical engineering. Electrical engineers can do anything from actually building pieces of circuits to building circuits to building grids, so which are basically like the power that goes to your house. There's honestly like such a wide discipline of things you can go into, including audio visual processing, so digital signal processing, so like talking to Siri on your phone, or facial recognition, like when you use Snapchat to get the dog filter. There's like so many different fields to go in for electrical engineering. After graduation, I actually plan to go to grad school. I really want to go into grad school to do more research in depth with renewable energy. After that, actually, I want to go to postdoc and become a professor because I really just love the environment of academia, and I really feel like I can do the research I want to do when I'm a professor. One project I really enjoyed outside of class was during research, I did a project with my lab group where we basically built upon previous work of a graduate student. It was basically emulating PV cells, our solar cells, so solar panels, and the problem with them is that it's really hard to have controlled simulations with them because the sun is so variable. So if you're testing things to be interfaced with them, you can't just like put it outside on like a roof or something because you can't convert the clouds or the sun for the day. So it's really hard to get standardized data. So we actually use data from solar cells that are on the south side of campus. It's a giant field we have of PV cells, and we use that data and also data from solar cells on top of a parking garage like across the street, and we use that to compare our emulator with that just basically power sources, a PV cell, and a transformer. And it was really cool to troubleshoot and see the trade-offs of basic different shadings, different voltages, different currents. And I really enjoyed it because I never thought that I would be able to touch all this fancy equipment in a lab, especially some of it is worth more than my tuition, so I don't know why I'm trusted with it. I just was amazed by how welcoming the graduate students were and how eager they were to teach me things, and honestly I feel like it's because they like to get away from just the graduate school grind and talk to passionate undergrads so they can also encourage some future graduate students. In high school, if you want to be an electrical engineer, I highly recommend doing FIRST robotics if you have it at your school. I honestly was late to the party and joined my senior year, but even just doing it for 1 year, I got amazing experience and a lot of work with working with team. I also highly recommend that you do AP Physics, AP Physics 1 and then AP Physics C, E&M, and Mechanics. And even if you don't get out of those classes in college, it really helps you get ahead of the curve. So when you are taking them, you have some background knowledge and you're not just coming in fresh. And also, I recommend taking as many math classes as you can. Taking Calc BC was really helpful. I got to come right in doing Calc 3 and then differential equations. So I was really glad that the classes I chose, because I got really ahead and started to be able to take classes that I was really interested in very early on. Thank you for watching the video about electrical engineering. If you have any more information, please look on the SWE Illinois Outreach website.